is just a dynamic threat, and to have his size, speed. I think that's one of the things that when you watch him, just how easily he moves. I mean, he's explosive. He can get in and out of breaks. There's not a route on the route tree that he can't run. He's a guy that has made plays in big moments, but we think that he's just scratching the surface to what he can do and where he can go. And there's going to be a lot of comparisons to even past guys, but I really think he's unique to himself. I mean, he's just really a special talent, a guy that is driven and hungry to go be the best.
Corey, is it possible for a guy like Deuce, can your most certain player, your most firm known, can that also be the player that possesses the biggest upside for you? And if they can, what does that mean for what he could be?
I don't think he's the most firm known of the 16, but I do think that
who is?
Look, I think the Ole Miss lineman is
really.
Yeah, I think. I mean, wasn't he like honorable mention All SEC? He's been a 2-year starter in the SEC. Also, as far as what you're getting. Like, what you're getting from the Ole Miss lineman, I think you know what you're getting from most of those linemen because they played so much. It doesn't mean they're your biggest stars or the best portal guys. I just think they're the most known commodities. That's the thing with Deuce Robinson. I think his floor is he's still going to be a solid ACC starter. His ceiling is he could be the best receiver in the conference or one of them. You know what I mean? Like it's a pretty big fluctuation, but I think that's the truth. I don't think we think that about maybe any of the other guys that are coming. I think their floors are their ceilings are lower. Like, okay, he might be a second team all conference guy. He might be the best player on the offensive line. Well, this guy might be the best receiver in the conference. Perhaps he's certainly got some that ability with that size and that speed. And I just again, as Norvell talked about, I love the fact that he's made plays in games. Like, he only had one catch against Penn State, but I think it was like a 25 or 30 yard contested catch against Penn State, folks. And that was a very close game. I know they lost, but
went to overtime, I think.
Yeah,
right?
And it was a big catch. I think that set up a touchdown. He had a touchdown against Michigan. I think he had 90 yards against Nebraska, which is obviously a good defense. So I like that he's done it against good defenses. This is not, again, it's not a wish and a hope. This is a known commodity that you're getting somebody that can produce. The question is, how much can he produce? He didn't really get a chance at USC. They had a lot of guys. They threw it to other guys a good bit. I think he's got a chance to have. And I think it was interesting when Norvell talked about he's going to be compared to former guys. We all know who he's going to be compared to. There is a chance he's better than Johnny Wilson. Maybe a pretty good chance. Like, I guess I would say it like this. What do we think the odds are he gets drafted before the 6th round? Because that's where Johnny went. Now, that doesn't just dictate how good a college football player you are as your draft, where you're drafted, but it's a pretty good indicator of overall talent and ability. Johnny made a ton of plays in his 2 years. I'm not dismissing or discounting any of that. He made some huge catches, but there's a chance Deuce Robinson's better than him. Well, that would be nice, right? Especially when you got a 5'10", 5'9" quarterback that's not the most accurate in the world, but you got a big 6'6" kid that can go get it, that is maybe bursting at the seams, ready to take off and be that breakout guy, that Trey Benson or that Johnny Wilson. And I'm not comparing him like to Johnny Wilson, as Norvell said, he's kind of unique to himself, just in his breakout ability, like the fact that he could go from a sort of known to a well-known to a star. I just think he has the best chance there. And it sounds like Norvell thinks that exact same thing. Like he was effusive talking about Deuce Robinson.